Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is actually about why your Disney vacations are more expensive each time you take it. And it is actually called demonetization. And before we get into it, here's a little bit about the video. Welcome back my friends, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you will not miss another fantastic video from our channel. Please also leave a comment or share this video with your social media friends, as it will help our channel. With that said, we would like to thank you, and we hope that you will have a fantastic and a magical day. So let's go back to the video. The reason why we did this video is because many of you asked why each time you go on a Disney trip, it seems to be more expensive. Well, here we go. Let's go see why it is. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So before I get into this, I want to give you a little bit of my background. So I've been in finance for over 30 years. I had done everything from investments to banking to credit cards. So from what I see, this is one thing that majority of the people who go on vacations at Disney World will never think about or never know unless you're in this industry. So let's go into demonetization. What is demonetization? What is money? So money is actually something where you could take and you could actually barter or exchange for something of value. So it has value. So we go back to the history of money. It started with bartering. You know, if you have a stone that someone wanted, you could exchange it with something else, and that's how it goes. So when the Bronze Age came, when we started mastering metal, they started making money in coins. So it is bronze coins, you know, they're using that to barter. So it's something that holds value that can be exchanged for something of equal or lesser value. So as we go into the modern age, we have people get into printing money on paper. So this is what our modern day money looks like. This is a US $10 denomination. So let's go into this, and let's talk about how the Disney trip got really more and more expensive. In the past, earlier, you know, when Disney was really starting out, you could only pay with cash, right? So there was no electronic means, but this is what you have. You bring your cash, and you can only spend what you have. So what that means is that if you have $10, you can only spend $10. You can't spend $20. So this, in those days, you can't really overspend. You can only spend what is in your pocket, right? So in order for it to get really expensive, well, guess what? You can only spend this, and you're not going to overspend. So as we go along, the financial world gets more technologies in there, understanding how money works, how we can move money. The inception of checks comes in. So now you could actually send Walt Disney World a check or write them a check and say this is as good. So you have a paper check in here that you could write to Disney, where it indicates that you are moving your value, whatever it is, say $1,000, you're moving that value from your account to their account to pay for your trip. But here's the thing, this check, as long as you have some money in there, you could continue to buy things with, right? So that means when you were using checks, at that time, it is already getting more expensive, because if you wanted more merch, all you have to do is write that check. So as technology in finance continues, we are going through credit. So obviously we have loans, you know, I'm not even going to cover that. That in itself is a monster. However, we have a credit card, inception credit card. Yes, this is a Disney credit card. So as they go along, they go through the credit card. You could actually buy your Disney vacation on credit. Now, when you buy on credit, what happens? You have more money and you could continue to spend. And this is the reason why every time your trip comes up and you pay on credit, You continue to buy, and buy. And you don't necessarily have to have this in this. So this is the reason why it gets really expensive. If you have $10, you can spend only $10. Here, if the bank gives you more money, you're going to get more credit. The problem is this: when they call it credit, they don't call it money. So in your minds, in people's minds, this is only a credit. It's not money anymore. So that's how they're beginning to monetize this. So a checkbook and dollar looks a little more closer because the check looks like money, right? But check this out. As we go along, does this look alike? No. And this is the reason why they call it demonetization. You are taking this and away from this, and it doesn't look like this anymore. So when you're spending it, it doesn't look like you're spending this. This is the reason why people tend to spend more. So as technology goes, and what Disney has done is to say, you know what, we're going to be like all the hotels, and we're going to link your credit card to this. And guess what? This looks even less like this, because this is just their card now. It's not even a quote-unquote credit card. This is your room key. So when you spend some money on this, you're like, well, whatever, it's linked, I don't have to pay it. And at least this has a Visa logo on it. It tells you, hey, you are responsible. Where in the room key do you see where it shows Visa or it's money? You don't. So when you actually go on a Disney site, you use this and you buy your merchandise, you put incidentals on your room, comes on here, you don't feel it. And guess what? Once this is done, it charges your credit card, and then it comes to your checking account, you have to pay for it. But if it doesn't look like money, you tend to spend it more. Now, as we go through the evolution, we have the magic bands. They're awesome. They look like little watches. You beep it. Now, what I want you to do is this. Take a look at this. Money now comes to a band. Looks like a toy now. When it looks like a toy, it has no consequence to the majority of the people. And this is the reason why everybody, when you're going on your vacation, you're beeping it, you're buying stuff on it, and guess what? It gets more and more expensive because it no longer says anything about your dollar. So if you look at this, the progression, it went from all the way from your coin to the dollar to the check to your credit card to your key, and then now to this. How does this remind you of this? It does not. And this is the reason why this is called demonetization. You no longer are reminded using this of this. Now, Disney in the last few days made an announcement that they're going to go away with this. And what they're going to do is they're going to use the app. It's even worse because how many of us use our Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever it is, you just beep it, walk away from a Starbucks, and you grab your drink. So the evolution is now smartphone. So if you look at this, it's smartphone, and then it goes to the cousins here, magic band, to the card, which you don't see anything about Visa or anything about financials, to your credit card, to your check, and now this, okay? So the question for you is, well, do you see any correlation between this and this? You don't. So this is the reason why your vacations in Walt Disney World is becoming more and more expensive each time. And that's it for this video. And we will see you in our next video on finances as it relates to your vacations. And we will see you then. How much fun was that? And welcome back, my friends, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you will not miss another fantastic video from our channel. Please also leave a comment or share this video with your social media friends, as it will help our channel. With that said, we would like to thank you, and we hope that you will have a fantastic and a magical day.